Are we live? Are we live? Are
Hello,
we live?
comics and pop culture people. It's your friend Brian, aka Big B McFly, and we are here today doing a little comic hunting. I got a tip from a lady. I always say share your love of comics with everyone you meet. This lady was at a garage sale. She pulled out all these bags and said, "Wow, you're prepared." She said, "Yeah, I'm here. I collect and kind of flip, use the hobby to fund itself. Christmas ornaments, old antique Christmas ornaments and whatnot." And she said, "What are you into?" And I said, "I'm looking for comic books." And she said, "We should give each other's phone numbers to each other." So she's in my phone under Christmas stuff, and I'm in her phone under comic book guy. And she sent me a link to this estate sale. And the photos didn't do it justice. I'll try to pop those on the screen here. We'll take a look and see what they look like. But I thought, there was a lot of other nerd stuff in there, and so in the pictures, so I figured I would come and take a look and see what we can find. So here we are. We're going to get in line. We're an hour early. There's already a lot of people in line, so we'll see what goes. See if they'll let me record or anything. But yeah, all right. Catch you guys on the inside. Crazy. Well, that was insane, but it was a great deal, great haul. You can see, whoops, massive people here still, and tons of stuff. Anyway, I'll show you what I got. Get you guys on the inside.
That's the end of it. And
you gotta get rid of that video off the screen.
Get rid of the video off the screen here and make us big.
There we
are. Hey.
Hey, the usual high quality production values you expect from Brian and Travis when we go live. So here we are. Hopefully, sorry, we had to go. We were trying to figure out a couple things, and it took us a second. Sorry. So I'm here with my good friend Travis.
And I'm here with my good friend Big B, Brian.
And got to come over here and show him some of the stuff that I picked up. Bronze was confused and worried for a second. Confused for a second. Not worried, just confused. I think I mentioned it in the video, but the super nice lady that collects Christmas ornaments gave me a heads up about an estate sale. I tried to give Travis a heads up, but he had to work all night and couldn't join me. Travis would have been a kid in the candy store there. It was all up Travis's alley. Travis is a big Star Trek fan. Travis is a big Conan fan. They had a model, a 1960s model of the Enterprise still in the box.
That's cool. That would have been awesome to do. I mean, I like to
buy that. I had no idea what it was worth. They had $25 on it.
Totally one of those things where you're not sure if you should build it type that, and that's always the crazy idea, right? So, do I build it? Do I not build it?
Right.
Do I sell it?
A massive amount of military collectibles. The guy collected all kinds of military memorabilia. There was a table of nothing but ammunition for sale. Cars. The guy collected cars. Anyway, so in the video or in the photos you saw there at the intro at the beginning, there was some comics, and I wasn't real jazzed about what I saw. But then the thought crossed my mind, like, well, probably the reason I'm not seeing anything to be jazzed about is they don't know what to show me. So I was like, maybe I should go and check it out. And so I did. And it was a lot of Conan. And it was Conan, Gru, ElfQuest, Savage Sword of Conan. No Savage Tales. I was looking for a Savage Tales #1. And as they went to they wouldn't let me film inside because they said there was too many people and I would have to get everyone's permission to be filmed.
Mm-hmm.
As they were, I was number 23 to get in line. And they said, we're going to let the first 20 people in. And I was like, okay, somebody else is going to get in there. The comics are going to be gone. I'm not getting anything. And about 30 seconds later, they go, okay, the next 20 can go. So I hobbled my way in there. And
it wasn't a total loss, right? So
no, yeah, I made it to the room. And lo and behold, I was the first person in the room, and there was only so in the photos there was 3 boxes of comics and then some stacks of magazines, and there was just the one box. So I knelt down there. Of course, it's on the floor. I'm a big guy and have hip and back problems, so it was not easy to get down there. But I got down, started digging, and started finding some stuff. So I guess I will show some things. And then I was joined by another older gentleman who was like very, very polite. He's like, which ones are the ones you're taking? Can I look through these other ones? And I was like, sure. And then he's like, oh, well, there's a stack of Savage Sword over here. I'm just going to start going through that. And he's like, he's over just like, he's ecstatic. He picked like the first 15 issues of Savage Sword out and took those. And then he was picking out a few key issues. I think he found that shark cover and some of the other ones. And then after he left, another lady came in and she's like, Conan. Oh, my husband loves Conan. And she gets on the phone with him. He's like, what kind of Conan? And I'm like, tell him it's the Savage Sword magazines. And there's almost an entire run here. And he's like, how much are they? Which nobody knew when we got in there how much the books were. They didn't say. And so I just started pulling books. And then it was like somebody walked in and they go, we all asked, how much are the books? And they said $2 a piece. And so at that point,
and crazy for us, but even for Savage Sword, Savage Sword, I don't think I've seen them less than $6 a piece.
Right? Yeah, it was pretty crazy. So here, I'll let you can hold and transition and make a pile over there. So first book, I don't know if you guys can see that very well to the camera. There we go. Marvel feature number, what is that? Number 5?
Number
2. Red Sonja. That is the first. Let's see. It was the first Marvel work of somebody. I had it pulled up.
The guy who's the artist.
Yeah, the art guy. Lo and behold, it's his first work.
Like Bob something or other.
Yeah. Anyway, it's his first work for Marvel. And then this one was not necessarily key, but Marvel feature number 5. And then this next one is a key. So this is Marvel feature number 7, and that is the final issue of the Marvel feature series. And that is the final issue and first appearance of Conan in the Red Sonja series. So that was a cool one. And then moving out, we end the Red Sonja series, and we got the Red Sonja Marvel feature. We've got to give her own book, right?
Well, yeah, but we have to say, you should say something about that Red Sonja first appeared in Conan, and then.
Oh, Frank Thorne. Thanks,
Thorne.
Bronze. Frank Thorne is the Red Sonja first appeared in Conan, so that was the first appearance of Conan in Red Sonja. So
Red Sonja number 1.
Yeah, I am trying to figure out where there it is. There we go. I had the chat here where I could see, and then we got a Red Sonja number 10, just kind of one of the better conditioned Red Sonjas they had there. Fantastic. Yeah, in the pictures, so they had. Obviously, nobody knew anything about comics. There was no bags and boards. They were stood up in plastic tubs. So nobody really knew anything or how to take care of them. So, so kind of rescued them from that situation.
Right.
There wasn't much comics left there after about, well, no, that's not true. Because they showed the 3 tubs. So when I got done downstairs, I was asking, like, where are the other 2 boxes? And they said, we don't know what you're talking about. Maybe somebody else grabbed them before you got in here. And so I'm like, okay, well, and they're just gone. And so I'm like, well, I'm going to look around the rest of the house. So I made my way upstairs, and it's all quiet and still up there because nobody wants to climb the stairs and look. And lo and behold, there's the other 2 boxes of comics. So I was all by myself.
That's
in the nice, calm, quiet with my phone, being able to look everything up. But anyway, so next issue we got Marvel,
and I really appreciate that you wanted me to have that opportunity as well. I do appreciate that. I wish I could have been there.
Yeah, so that a lot of people don't know that's a direct tie into X-Men number 190.
191, you said.
190 and then 191.
Yeah.
So Kulan Goth, wizard from Conan's era, has imbued an amulet with his soul, and someone puts it on in the museum or touches it. I think a security guard touches it, becomes Kulan Goth. Spidey's fighting him. He's there with MJ, and then MJ touches Red Sonja's sword, which is also in the museum, and becomes Red Sonja.
Right. And then what's really great about this is it's a John Byrne issue.
It is a John Byrne issue, and at the end of that issue, he rips the amulet off of the security guard and he throws it in the river. And then in
Can-
190, somebody catches the fish that ate the amulet and becomes Kulangoth again. And then he takes it. And then Kulangoth has it out for Spidey. That's why he crucifies him in X-Men.
So here is here's
yeah.
this really beautiful Red Sonja picture.
Yeah,
Since you're watching,
John Byrne.
if I can get it in there in a way that
Other
makes
side.
it-
There we go. Yep. Yeah.
Check that out, John. Check that out.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, beautiful John Byrne artwork on that. So yeah. So and then you know, who doesn't love those 25th anniversary covers that Marvel did, or 30th anniversary? Were they 30th?
These were
25th. Yeah. So we got 25th anniversary cover for Conan and a 25th anniversary cover for
I know that someone was
Conan
looking
the
for some of
King.
the was looking for some of these. I think it was Lettuce, wasn't he?
Oh yeah, Lettuce is collecting those. That's right. And then you know, I love me some Jim Lee. So
some as West Coast Avenger says, Jimothy Lee
yeah, so the beautiful Jim Lee cover there
with Red Sonja.
with Red Sonja. And then yeah, so then here's some of the better stuff. I mean, not that stuff was terrible, but here's some of the even better stuff. So Conan number 11, some Barry Windsor Smith, and then number 14, Elric, first appearance of Elric in comics, and then I think this Origin of Elric, issue 15, and then this is a very famous issue, the Frost Giant's Daughter.
Which just recently, I think issue 13 and 14 of the current series had her in it as well.
And then we got number 17. We got some. What we got? Derek, what up? Got here just in time to hear Jimothy. Brian, Travis, Nate, Chrome. Thanks. And then I love this cover. Travis really likes this one too.
This is one of my favorite covers by Barry Windsor Smith. It's showing the style that he was developing during this whole process and how it was starting to come about. How he got to the style that he used in X-Men, in fact.
Yeah. Then what issue is that? Number
20.
20. And you guys, if you know anything about Conan, you know what we're counting down to. Here's 21.
What are we counting down to, Brian?
We're counting down to this one. We're counting down to issue 23.
Issue 23.
Which is the first appearance of Red Sonja.
Yeah, there it is.
Supposedly cameo, but she's in half the issue. And then the first cover appearance of Red Sonja. I
Brilliant.
love that cover.
Barry Windsor Smith cover.
Yeah. Yeah, Barry Windsor Smith, goodness, thanks. They're bronze. Love that. And then this is, I think that was the last Barry Windsor Smith issue, because then we go over to, is this where
this is where
Roy Tom, or not Roy Tom,
Buscema
takes over?
Yeah.
Yeah. So then we got 33.
That was 37. This is 38.
Oh, 38. Sorry, 38. I'm blind. And 40. And I was just, I'm grabbing it. I'm like, yeah, at some point you've got to cut off. You're just going to get the entire run. 43. And 44. I think this might be, that one was like a third appearance of Red Sonja or something like that. Anyway.
Nice.
Great cover. And then this is nope, not this one. Not yet.
Although,
almost there.
This is a fantastic
cover. It is a great cover.
I mean, the ink. I've got to say, this inker on top of the Buscema stuff it makes it almost have a Walter Simonson feel to it, just in the line work.
Right. Yeah, that monster is awesome. And then who doesn't like the Wolf Woman?
Who doesn't like the Wolf Woman?
And
the blue on that,
yeah,
like
beautiful.
My camera blues are really high on.
Now this was that's the key. That's the first appearance of Belit, the pirate woman, Conan's longtime love.
Pirate Queen.
Excuse
Come
me.
on,
Pirate Queen.
Man. Come on.
It's Juneteenth. I gotta be talking about Queen, right? And then the origin of Belit.
The next issue.
When a pirate king and pirate queen love each other very much, they have a pirate baby. That's the origin of Bullet. And then the last one we got here is a giant size Conan #1.
There we go.
Yeah, so yeah, just cool Conan goodness. Marvel Spotlight keeps wanting to make an appearance on those bags. What? Marvel Spotlight
keeps wanting to make an appearance on those bags.
Okay. Oh, the because of the
because
of the glare, maybe.
The glare.
Yeah. So also, so this, when I was looking at the pictures, I saw a lot of nerd stuff there. So there was a lot of like Star Trek stuff, comics, as well as, like I said, all kinds of tools and guns and ammo and everything you could think of, everything in between. But I was like, and as I'm looking through the comics, I look over and there's a small box of cards, and I go, oh, well, those look like magic cards. And I start flipping through. Oh, yeah, some pretty good magic cards there. And they had $40 on the whole box, and so I grabbed the whole box of magic cards. And on my way over here to see Travis, I took the box over to the local card store and sold the box of cards to the card store for $300. So yeah, so it was a profitable day.
It's nice. Very nice.
It's always good when that happens. So yeah, it doesn't always happen that way, but a lot of times you go to a sale or garage sale, or you've missed out, somebody else grabbed them or whatever was there already, or you've that they weren't in the condition you were hoping, or the issues. Like I said, they didn't show anything great on the preview photos, so you really couldn't tell what you were going to be getting. But the thought, I'm gonna be kicking myself, or I'm gonna be imagining that the first Red Sonja was there, and I didn't get it, and
and it was there.
There it was. The other one I was hoping was Conan #1. I'm almost wondering if somebody kind of ran in that room and grabbed, because like I said, they had a 30-second to a minute head start before the next wave got to come in, and so issues 1 through 13 or whatever are gone. So maybe they grabbed the first, but it's weird that they would not grab the first appearance of Elric.
They might have just not thought about it. Maybe just been grabbing, and maybe 13 was in front of. Like that 11 was out of.
The 11 was way out of order somewhere in the other issues.
So they might have just grabbed what they thought was the first chunk and just grabbed it.
And went on to do something else.
Yeah.
Because there was no Conan 1, so. Which would have been nice, but
totally.
Hey, I'm for $2. I'm not complaining on the haul. I mean,
you can't beat that.
Was that 28? I think, or 29 bucks, $58.
Yeah,
something like that. Yeah, it was $58.
So it's $58. So that's 24 bucks. No, 20. You're right. 58. So it'd be 29 bucks.
29 bucks. Yeah, 29 bucks.
I can't count.
Yeah, 60. 60 would have been.
It's funny I say that, and I'm actually the one who does all the girls' math homework. Ooh, maybe that's anyway.
But yeah, so that was pretty cool. And then, hey, you want to go grab the little haul I got from you?
Oh yeah, do you want to show that?
Yeah, we can show that off real quick.
How about before we do that, why don't we talk about a trade real quick?
Oh yeah, and Travis and I are going to be doing a trade. He really wants those Red Sonja issues, the Marvel Spotlights and the Red Sonja #1, and so he has proposed a trade. So we can consummate that trade here on screen.
Well, here's the haul from the Whatnot show.
Here's the haul from the Whatnot show. All right. Well, and then we can let's grab those Red Sonja issues you want. I just told them. I just told them that you wanted them and that we're gonna consummate a trade here. Whoa, that almost went flying. There we go.
We decide not to destroy the books that you just got.
Right. So Trav once, I'll let you show off what you want. All the way through there.
Yeah.
Actually, Trav wants a lot more of these, but
yeah, there's a lot for Conan's, but quality, condition, and value. I wanted these 5 books. The 5 Red Sonjas we showed
The
at the beginning.
the first ones we showed there, the Marvel spotlights, and
then one
number
and two,
1 and
110
10
of the regular.
and so Travis is offering. Oops, and I've already accepted, but we can show the deal. So go ahead and hold them up, Travis.
All right, so they're.
I've decided recently that Rogue is my favorite X-Men character, so I'm starting to get more Rogue stuff. So,
hold that.
So I'm holding these. Travis is going to show us the book.
So then these were all number 3 of the Rogue Savage Land series. So there we have the Carrie Andrews cover, which is the main cover. We have the J. Scott Campbell cover.
What say? Just going to talk about those? Oh, was just going to. Oh, so Bronze was going to ask me about those Red Son issues.
The Greg Land cover. It's a bright orange.
Yep.
Focus. There we go. And then this one, which I don't remember.
My favorite of the
yeah,
lot.
I just don't remember who the artist is right off the top of my head, but it is fantastic. And I think I may have the Virgin coming soon.
And we got this DNA guy.
And then
that's not Rogue, but
no, it's not Rogue. But here is this would be Miss Superman, meaning Lois Lane in the Superman costume from that gives her the power to be Superman for a day or whatever. And that's from the most recent issue of Superman 24. And
to top it off, last piece of the trade.
So to kind of top all that off, then a $40 X-Men book that I picked up for a decent price. A 5.5 X-Men 107.
Yeah.
First Star Jammers.
Star Jammers. Them they're Star Jamming people. And so we're going to do a swap.
So you guys can, as you guys watch this in the rewind, or while you're in the comments right now, if you think it was a good trade, think I did better than Brian, you think Brian did better than me, that's up to you. Comments. I definitely feel like I did better than Brian, because this actually starts helping complete a run that I've been working on.
Right. All right. I'm going to handbooks, and you can. So these books I all acquired from Trav on his Whatnot show, and so we'll show some books. So what we got there, Trav?
Thunderbolt 0.
We got a variant cover.
A Wolverine
X-23, right?
X-23. 39, Wolverine 39, and it's gosh, I don't remember the artist, but
we got some Kirby goodness.
Mr. Miracle number 9,
and some Venom books.
And then Venom. This is the first issue where Black Widow takes on the Venom costume. It looks like she's fighting it, but she eventually takes it on.
Thanks for being here, Bronze.
Hey, Obito.
Hey, Obito.
And then this really brilliant what's the guy's name?
That dude.
Gabriel Del Otto Venom cover.
And then we get some Null.
And then a Null cover number 32. This is probably going to be worth. So might go back up again because Null is coming back in.
Yeah, well, we said that Rogue character there.
There's that Rogue character. This is a number 1. This is the costume design sketch by Russell Dodderman.
Some headshots.
And then this is Mark Brooks, the corner box headshots that they used to do. He did a bunch of covers like this for Marvel, specifically for the X books.
And then some G.I. Joe.
Shiny G.I. Joe, both Snake Eyes on the cover for G.I. Joe number 1. It was a special printing that was done by, I think Comic Tom did this one.
Cool. And then giant size
Magneto number 1, and this is the Perillo variant, Virgin variant.
Then we got
X-Men 172, the marriage of Wolverine and Marco.
Yeah. We got we had some Barry Windsor Smith there.
Some more Barry Windsor Smith, a Life Death, because I seem to always pick these up, and so then I end up selling extra copies that I end up having.
More Barry Windsor Smith.
The Life Death number 2, which was so weird in the conversation I had with people. Hey, we're live. Oh, well, you didn't say you were. Sorry.
You need a little sign on the door or something, a little light.
Yeah, so there we go. We should have a light that says on air.
WKRP.
Right.
So, like, in 45 minutes, can
Sure.
you go get this?
Yeah.
Yep. And then more Barry Windsor Smith.
More Barry Windsor Smith and
Arthur
Adams,
Adams.
actually. Arthur Adams
Dazzler-
inked this one.
Dazzler joins the X-Men.
Sorry about that, folks.
Hey, stuff happens. And then a few more X-Men.
The in the art era of
Silvestri,
Silvestri.
Yeah. Some more Silvestri.
Silvestri.
Another Silvestri.
Silvestri. This is all the Fall of the Mutants issues.
Right. And then a little
Where they all die.
Rick Leonardi goodness.
And then Rick Leonardi, one of my favorite artists for X-Men stuff. You know, he did his first issue on X-Men was at X-Men 201.
Right. And then this character's kind of hot, I think, isn't he?
You know, it's funny. Someone asked me if I had anything Invincible, and I had this one issue, and
you ran it and nobody bid. I was the only one who bid.
And Brian was the only one who bid. There was a guy like 2 seconds beforehand. I'm like, yeah, let me go check.
And then a beautiful Adam Hughes cover.
Here's a nice Adam Hughes Captain America number 15.
Mary Jane
cover.
And I think these were our giveaways that I won.
Oh, so these are the giveaways. So these two were a part of. So Whatnot did these cap packs, and they were basically introducing Captain America and as
Sam Wilson's
Captain America before the movie, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which my favorite one out of all these. Everybody had a favorite one. People really liked a lot of different ones, but this was my favorite one. But I still traded it away anyways. The Virgin variant of issue number 25 of Captain America, right? The one right before he went. Which then here's the regular trade dress version of that same issue, and I believe this is still this is a reprint. This is
the regular one has the UPC code on it.
Yeah. So
and then these last two were also part of a giveaway.
Yeah, this was the buyers giveaway, and those two were part of buyers. And then of course, since I think we hit 300 on that show, so
yeah, we did pretty good on.
So the first one was a Superman 9/8. This is Superman number 9. Of the most recent series. I'm not sure why. I mean, people grade things for whatever reason, but it was cool that it was was nicely graded. I got it for
complain about a 9/8.
And then this 9/8 CBCS of Titans number 1, which is great, fantastic. I think that's a Paul Neary cover. Yeah. Yes, it is.
Yep.
That's pretty awesome. Anyway, so those were Brian's wins that day when he at being the. He had a chance, just like everybody else in the buyer's giveaway, to get into being able to win those books. And so that's a thing I do on every one of my shows. I have some sort of buyer's giveaway, or I'll do a top buyer giveaway, depending on the show and the.
Yeah, if you guys don't watch Travis's stuff on Whatnot, I highly recommend it. I've gotten some great books, great deals, and Travis is awesome and ships stuff out right away to everybody. I know my stuff gets shown as it was shipped. Like 10 minutes after the show.
Yes. Actually,
because I have a local pickup.
Local pickup. But here's the thing: the other part of it is that my shipping. Yeah, I do. That same night I get my labels ready, and
he boxes everything out.
The next morning they're out the door. So I don't mess around. Like right now we have if mail was working today, so it's not. Happy June 19th, Juneteenth.
Right? Yeah, Juneteenth.
If it wasn't Juneteenth, someone would have gotten a book shipped out today that they bought from my eBay store. So
they bought like just a few minutes ago before we started the live stream.
Just about a couple hours ago, but yeah.
So anyway, that's it for the stuff. If you guys if you missed the beginning, whole lots of Conan stuff, a great deal, and a little highlight, a little live video or a little recorded video of what happened at the place there. So the estate sale. And so thanks for watching. Thanks, Trav, for letting me crash your house and do a live stream real quick just to show off what I got. He's like, can I trade for those? And I was like, well, I kind of want to do a video. Well, let's just do a video at your house. So here we are doing a video at Travis.
Right, and I haven't done a video in a couple of days. I mean, I've been putting up some shorts, but no videos like where I'm live.
And hey, shout out to everybody. Thank you for the CBC awards nominations. I know Travis has been nominated for some things.
Thank you.
I think for best beard, maybe. I think I saw you down for best beard.
Really?
Maybe if he's not, you guys need to nominate him.
Well,
For look at that beard.
I know
Look
I
at that
got
beard.
nominated for
Put him up
something
against
about
Bronze.
shorts.
Oh
I
yeah,
think I want to say that was what it was. I
for not wearing any shorts.
Yeah, for not wearing any shorts.
No. So thank you guys. I know I've been getting people have been tagging me in their videos when they're talking about their nomination. So I really appreciate all you guys and the nice sentiment that is for you guys to tell me that way that you were enjoying my content. So thanks so much. And I guess the emphasis here again, share your love of comics with everyone you meet. You never know where it may lead you. Some lady that you talk to about comics may send you a link to a sale that is going to have a whole bunch of books for $2 a piece that are a heck of a deal. So
Yeah.
Thanks for watching, guys. We'll catch you guys later. And Travis is going to hit that end button and we're going to